Let's get some links sent around. Let's get my chat box up. Oh, where is it's going to be in docs chat? There it is. I need to be able to see this. Hello, hello, hello. Let me just get this sorted out. See who's floating around. Put my windows in the right place because I haven't turned this on in a while. Just send some people some links because there's some people hopefully going to tune in. Okie dokie. Let me get my page up. Should be telling people I'm live. Yeah, it is. What I need to do is go over to that link so I can send it to someone else. Here we go. Getting there. Just logging into a few things, sorry. I'm intending to use some loops that someone sent me, and I'm having trouble logging into Discord on this laptop because I haven't logged in on it yet. Oh, there we go. I think that's right. Let's see. Hey. Okay. So I'm going to move these over right now. I know this is kind of boring, streamy stuff, and you can't see me doing it, but it won't be long now. I need to load up a piece of software that someone's made that's really nice called Herd. And if you have a Digitact and you have a Linux machine at least, or even if you have Windows and Mac, Herd can be a really nice way to manage your Digitact. It doesn't see the Digitact because it's not plugged into this laptop anymore. I need to sort that out. I had to change all my wiring because I added a second. I added a second computer to do the streaming, and yeah, still haven't worked all that out yet. Because this laptop's too much of a weed to stream and do VST stuff. So as soon as I get a polysynth, hardware polysynth for this, then I will go back to one laptop instead of two. Okay, right. So let's just shove this in the incoming samples folder on the Digitact, which is where it's going right now. It'll be copied over in like a minute, not even, and then we'll have a play. So let's get some project work set up whilst this copies. Gonna give my project a name. In fact, no, I'm not. I only need to do that when we save. I'll do that later. So, to explain what I'm just doing right now, as I'm loading each of the samples and these little loops, and what I really should do, if I was being a purist about this, is try and recreate the original piece and have that up as reference. But I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going in my kind of no plan, just jam kind of way to it. So as I'm loading these, I'm doing what I'd normally do when I'm hearing random samples, instead of assuming that these all work together, and I'm affecting them a little bit, just to give them all a bit of life that I've added to them with the Digitech straight away. And just as I'm hearing something that I feel like I could fill out a little bit, I'm doing that right now. Normally I'd probably say leave that till the very end, but I kind of like to just mess with it as I go. And hiya, how you doing? Sorry, I've been focusing on the wrong side of my display. So chat's on the other side. But yeah, these sound nice already. As I kind of said in chat, I can't really time stretch or do anything with it right now, but I'll arrange this and make something that I can perform out of it for now that's going to sound fairly similar to what you had, but I'll probably end up playing some other stuff with it. And yeah, give it basically like a mastering pass through my rig more than anything, because it'll come through my mixer and get slightly affected by all of my compression and stuff. So we'll see how it comes out. Yeah, well, no promises I'm going to do anything amazing right now, but anything that I do go that comes from this project will obviously get tagged with your name and what it is. It's all going to be your stuff. Trying to mess with my mic stand still. And it's not right. Okay, well, I'm just going to start and see what kind of groove I can get out of it. MIDI's not reaching my drum brute. That's probably not it, actually. I've not told the Diggy to send clock. There we go. Okay, let's do a bit of arrangement now, see what we can get to. So. I like this little drum roll that you've got a lot. It's really nice. So I'm just going to run with that a bit. Okay, let's keep going. Maybe I'll back you up with some bass from the Moog. Let's not get lost in conditional trigs right now and trying to make it actually like a track. I'll just get a good loop running first, getting ahead of myself. I'm excited, I've not played in a few days. find something better. Oh yeah, I'm on Twitch. Yeah, no, that little plastic bottle recording you got there, Marius, is great. Absolutely love it. And yeah, you can get me on, I think, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, and Periscope. Not that anybody is watching me on. Oh, actually, no, people are watching me on. Cool. But yeah, I just blast out. So yeah, we're just getting started. Let's see where we get to. I am not that musical, so you'll have to forgive me whilst I fumble around trying to make bass lines for stuff, but I'll get there in the end, I think. Okay, I'm going to put some variations in now because I really like that loop. I'm going to do a variation and then try and do some breakdowny stuff and then put some other sounds in and around, and we'll do some fills and we'll see where we get to. Did I load the same sample twice? It's entirely possible. Oh, I'm going to take that. Sounds good. Silly to start with. This is the kind of time stretch I can do for now. It's not time stretching, I can just sort of resample it, but the Octatrack will let me actually really start morphing what you've given me, and it's what I've been sort of building up my collection of stems for. So I've been doing kind of what you've got here and building up lots of different little separated tracks from my little jams that I'm then going to put in the Octatrack. So I'll mix yours up in there as well, and you know, let you watch when I'm streaming with your stuff. I mean, obviously you can watch anytime. Only you watch when I'm doing your stuff. You can't watch any other time. It's like my favourite instrument right now, for obvious reasons. Make a drone. Okay, I really like that. But let's see where, like, I got a bit lost with a couple of the samples here. I couldn't really hear them playing through. So I'm just going to figure out what's going on there. And then we'll maybe step back into that. Less of a performance. This is me messing around. It's the just jamming stream, not the mic showing off stream, because I'm not ready for that yet. Aha, I needed to just give them a load of gain. They were a bit quiet compared to what I'd done to the others. I think I took its soul away. Sorry, I'll bring it back. Talented in any way, shape or form, I'd want to actually sing on top of this. But that ain't going to happen today because I've got no vocal effects. But maybe one day. Let's load some roli. Play something with this. Add some more variations really as well. Well, that is kicking. That is pretty kicking. No worries, man. Enjoy. Thanks for tuning in. I do this for about an hour and then leave it, but I try and be on most nights. Thanks for watching. Thank you. I think maybe, yeah, that dark EBM is quite fun. I do like that. A lot of the stuff I end up playing does end up being kind of like, well, this is thankfully because of an external influence, much brighter than the stuff that I normally end up playing. It always ends up being really somber and minor key. I can't help it. That's the stuff that I come out with. So. Yeah, there's the whole EBM scene, you're right, but that's kind of a little bit quieter now. If you're talking about people like APB, VNV Nation, those older EDM guys, EBM guys, pre-EBM. Hey, no worries. Totally understand, Marius. The VOD will still be here, and the next time I play on, I'll link you. If you're not around, I'll avoid working on your stuff. I'll try and make sure people are online when I'm working on their stuff. How's about that? I think that seems like a fair deal. I won't work on people's stuff unless they're online. Yeah, I end up getting really, really melancholy and sad, and I can't really help it. I guess it's just a sign of the times. I think when I play out a bit more, when I used to DJ, I'll play some brighter things. I'll have some more fun influences than the darkness. But let's have a quick dabbly dabble with the roli because it's always fun. Yeah, thank you for coming in. It's been really nice. You've heard what I've done with yours. I'm not going to do any more with it from here other than just play with it. And the next time you're on, I'll mess around with your samples a bit more. I think that's a fair deal. I'll mess around with people's samples when they're in chat. I think that sounds like a way to get some more engagement, eh? But I enjoyed just recreating your stuff there. Thank you. Hopefully you're not too offended by what I did with it so far. Cool. I've got to remember how to get this thing working. That was it. Studio Player. Right, so I'm going to go in a totally different bank and pattern and just pop something together to do a little bit of roli jamming with. Inspired by that, but I'm not going to play it over it. I think that seems fair. Okay. Little 4/4. Nothing serious. No, indeed. The whole point of these little sessions that I do is sound design more than anything else. It's just to try and find little things I really like that later I'm probably going to go and turn into, or hope maybe I won't, but ideally I'd like to go and build a good enough library of little ditties and fills and little loops that when eventually I've got this great idea for something, I've got this nice library of stems to draw on and go, well, this fills the gaps enough for now so that I can keep my creative idea going. Like, instead of having to pour into other stuff or create something else and lose track of what my idea was, nice to be able to go, well, I just need some bass, that'll do for now. It's in key and it's something I made and I can roll with that. I want to get to that kind of point. I call this no plan, just jam, but like there is a broader plan to doing that. There must be no plan within the jam, but doing the jams is kind of planned. Yeah, funny. No plan is the plan. Right, so it's telling me that there's hardware, but it's not connected. Oh, it would help if you turn the frickin' thing on, right? Yeah, generally would. Now, what's it plugged into? Oh, we got touches. Where's the sound going? Oh, I'm going to kill the 4/4 because it's probably annoying you as much as it is me now. Going out of the right thing. I mean, you know what? It's I'm no good at it yet, but there's a concerted effort that I'm doing to like just not have a problem with hitting a wrong note right now, because it doesn't matter. I can hit the right note eventually. I'm not performing this right now, and the idea is to try and find the nice stuff. I'm kind of brute forcing it. The same way I do a lot of my technical learning is I try every option out and see what it sounds like and pick the best one. It may not always be the most inspired process, but I do think you can get creative results out of that. It just depends on how good you are at thinking up all the options. But when you've got like keys and knobs in front of you, you just try things until it sounds nice. Or at least until I think it sounds nice. Maybe some people agree, I don't know. Anyway, getting distracted again talking with the chat instead of figuring out why I'm not making noise. Which again should be something that I've resolved pre-stream every time and then it breaks again. This is why I do not want to use a computer live. I want to use something where I press a key and something happens that I can reliably, guarantee will happen. When I hit this drum key and the level is turned up, I know I'm going to get kicks. Oh no, that was muted, but anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, in the car, I better do something better than like just talk. It's like a radio show now. And since you are in, don't chat in the car. Drive. That's highly irresponsible. Are you heading to Barnard Castle, perhaps? Quick test of the eyesight. Right, I'm so close to having this working. I just think I need to load up my mixer control and tell it YU no play sound. That's probably it. There it is. I am so sorry for the gap in service. This is so not typical. It's entirely typical. You know what? Screw it. Simple, but you know what? That's kind of what my Tool techno-y tracks are. They're very simplistic. That's fine. Lose your mind stuff. Oh, I really want the roli to work. Plus it's getting warm in here. It's a hot day, everyone, right? Wherever everybody is. Well, according to my mixer console, there is the sound. Right. It's like it's not playing any music, but I'm hearing it. This is most frustrating because my audio set up to use ASIO, it's set to use the right output. It is listening and auto connecting to the C. It wasn't connected to the C board, but yeah. Cool. Alright, we're back. Apparently not. Ooh. Ooh. Try something different. This just doesn't seem to be working. It's not giving me the sounds I'm expecting for, because I've played these before. That's annoying and a little bit disconcerting. That's what I was expecting. Feeling a bit more cinematic today. I want to try and find something specific. It's around there. Okay, let's be less dark. I'm just doing dark drony noises and like it's bright sunshine outside and I'm like, wah! Because I really like that noise. It's really satisfying. But it's not particularly musical. Oh, BPM. I think we deserve to like step this down a bit. Oh, what, that big wah noise has been trashing home sound systems, has it? I can see why it would. It could destroy stuff. I mean, yeah, I could put some frequencies out that would really do some damage to normal untuned. If you didn't have a proper low pass on your sub, it would probably pop it, because I'd be going really subsonic sometimes. I have to put if I'm doing really crazy stuff, I still have to low pass it so it's not getting like 20 hertz stuff. Odd harmonics floating around ready to trash yourself. Ooh, that's some distorted bass. Nah. Yeah, here comes my lack of musical ability. I will miss the note 4 times out of 5. But then recover by switching to it, like I totally meant to hit that note in the first place. Now you'll hear me do it all the time. And I'll do it on purpose. Once I've done it once, I kind of have to do it again to make it look like it wasn't a mistake. There's like DJ trick. Oh, I just screwed up. Let's screw up it to the beat now 4 more times and make it sound like I totally meant to do that. And then you're a god. That's high praise. It is out of time, but I actually don't care. Because it goes in and out of time in a kind of pleasing way. And yeah, that is high praise. Thank you indeed. I love this thing, and I really don't know how to play it at all yet. But it is amazing. And it's been sitting unused for nearly a year because I was intimidated by it and I still don't like software VSTs. But I kind of built all of this and now I have no excuse because it sounds great as part of it. So it's definitely not going anywhere. noises, because that's nice. Oh, it doesn't have much of a release. Let's keep going, let's keep going, let's keep going. It's so much fun. It's ridiculous to play. I'm actually told I probably have more fun, given how much better I am at a grid controller than I am a keyboard, at something like a Linstrument. But I didn't know about the Linstrument when I was getting all throbby about the Roli and its potential. And it's really forced me to get a bit better at the keys as well, because it's the same layout. But I totally understand how the Linstrument can allow for the kind of expression that I'm probably going to prefer, because of the ordered grid layout making consistent slides. Like when it's kind of hard to explain, but when you're sliding up and down here, if I'm moving from the white note to the black note, I lose my relative slide position when I move between them. So if I slide halfway up on this one, and then when I go into the black note, I'm kind of sliding up to the bottom point of it instead of diagonally up to the middle. So it's complicated, but it's limiting in ways that you wouldn't expect, whilst it's also expressive in ways you wouldn't expect. Whereas the Linstrument's kind of, again, probably the same, but with other limitations. So yeah, they're all much of a muchness. I probably will want a Linstrument at some point as well. Oh, and then, yeah, who knows. Anyway, distracted by technology. So yeah, like the thing with the keyboard layout, and I'm not an expert in musical theory, but at least I can talk with some confidence in this because I've got two in front of me, is that like the distance between each key is fixed musically, and the issue is when you're moving between a single note, and that single note happens to be between a white key and a black key, or a white key and a white key, the movement is different. So if I'm going from C to D flat, it's a diagonal move, same on here. But when I'm going from E to F, I can go straight. And on a Linstrument, though, because they're laid out in squares, you can always go straight to the next, note or semitone. Anyway, boring musical theory stuff. This is probably closer to people that can actually play a piano, which means it really wasn't for me. But I've also found piano players that really hate it and can't play it either. So I do think it's a totally different instrument. You just have to learn it. And it makes sense because whilst you have a lot of same finger positions, the way you're actually playing them Like, you can play a keyboard and it doesn't matter if you hit the key here or here. Like, you can just put your hand where it makes sense to hit the chord that you want. But on this, it totally matters. Down here, on some patches, sounds completely different to up there. I mean, these are bad patches for that. But let me find a better one. Oh, it's relative. That's relative. But yeah, you imagine trying to slide a chord that you've set up and you've had your finger up here. You can't slide that up any further. You have to start your chord at the bottom if you then want to slide your finger up. So, you know, it's a totally different set of skills. Anyway. That's interesting. So there's actually 5 degrees of expression in here, because you've got how hard you hit for velocity, and some aftertouch, so expression on and off. You've got how quickly you raise off, but that's not programmed on this one. So you go up, you've got up and down, and side to side. So you've got all these different degrees of ways that you can impact this thing. Not all of them have this lift. I want to find one that's got lift. Oh, this one might do. It does, it does. Hear that pitch shift? It's really crazy. Like, it takes some real getting used to. But you can do almost anything you want with it if you happy to program. And you can really gnarl what you're playing up from, like, hang on, remind me, who did he play for? Oh, yeah, he'd probably go absolutely nuts for something like this. I'm sure yeah. Anyway, let's keep hunting. I'm getting distracted. Oh, that's pure Blade Runner. I wish I knew the notes. I'm just going to have to brute force it. I'm definitely not going to. I'm going to work it out offline, but it's not far off. Oh, who needs an analog synth? Pure CS80. Yeah. Hang on, I can definitely. That was a hella sound as well, and I love it. I want to go back to it. Just 'cause Even though it's not musical, I think if I played a set out and I had a big rig, I'm gonna have to just do an opening with some of this in it when it decides to load. Not that. Something along those lines, but I have got a low pass. Ooh, it gets low. I was clipping there actually. My bad if anybody's had trouble with that. I normally leave loads of headroom, but obviously this sound is insane. I love it. Nah, it doesn't sound as good with the effects over it, does it? That sounds better. That's raw. I mean, it's really just, ominous droning. Although, I have got one called Ominous Drone, so let's try that out. Oh! Oh! It's making me feel anxious. Well, I'll do all cinematic sounds for you right now because this is truly crazy cinematic noises. I think we bottomed out. Did we bottom out? I'm sweating. It's making me sweat. I'm not even doing anything. Stop. Doesn't need a 4/4, does it? It needs something more epic. It's awesome. It's awesome though. I love that. What about Ocean's Okay, so it's going to be sea shanty-ish strings. Oh, and it morphs into choral. Oh. Fun and all. Arrival. That would make sense. These strings. Like, I'm pretty sure that big bass before was like Dark Knight bass. I'm pretty sure Zimmer must have used this thing on the Dark Knight. I think it was. That must have been Dark Knight. It was amazing. Still love it to bits. And then I think this must be new Star Trek. I think. Or no, maybe this. Yeah, no, this, definitely this. Oh, the sea shanty stuff. That's Ocean's Lament. So you think that would be the Arrival stuff? Maybe. This with a pluck and then a weird elongated string behind it is. Yeah, these are all pure Zimmer, aren't they? Yeah, it's got to be pure Zimmer. So you think this one is like the Arrivals-y stuff? Maybe. With the oh. Maybe. They're really cool though. I really like all of these. Oh, that's like it's like a detuned honky tonk, which I really wish I could play some, Western style music. But I totally don't even know any. I really should learn just a little Western ditty. I'm not going to do that on cam now. Ooh, they're all so cool. They all have this crazy aftertouch. Yeah. I've just got like the toolkit for making like suspenseful scenes in video now. I wish I was any good at putting media together. If anybody wants wants me to have a go at scoring something, I will definitely have a go. No promises it'll be any good, but I got the sounds. You know, I'll pay attention to it. I'll do research and work. Ooh. Promise not just to copy this into every scene. Do something with that. I really want to do something across the octaves. Oh, absolutely. This and these sounds would definitely go. I know Zimmer used one of these. I could hear it. There's no way you can get some of these sounds otherwise. There's just, as soon as someone does one of those big slides, I mean, that's not the best example of it on here, but let's try one. But as soon as you do something, you can slide with like your pitch bend wheels and stuff, but there's a certain point where it goes so far that you essentially have to be programming it. You can do it. You can totally do it, like I was doing on this before. I've got really slow slide, but there's kind of like you can tell when it's been put in by hand, like you're playing it on a guitar. You can hear that, but like now almost you can't sometimes distinguish between a roli and a guitar, but then you definitely can when it's doing like really artificial stuff. Oh, this will be interesting, I think. It's called Desert Sand, so could have guessed. Yeah, no, I figured they call it polyphonic expression now because it's MIDI polyphonic expression because it's across MIDI and it's each finger has that amount of expression available to it, and there's a lot more available than just what there is in here in the spec. Like there's room for breath control, like how hard you're blowing into stuff. There's room for all sorts of additional expression control, and I should really have a pedal or two as well, because we only have two hands, but we have 2 feet as well that can add a whole other flavor to it. I can be messing with the filter on here with my foot whilst I play on this, but the thing that's crazy about this, I can make epic sounds on this, but I have but one filter, right? And it cuts off all of the noise coming through out of that synth, and I can only play 1 or 2 notes at a time. This is paraphonic, but essentially it's a mono synth. It makes one noise, and it has one set of filters and 2 sets of envelopes, but they control different things. But anyway, it's one sound being made. On this, every finger up to 8, I have it set to, but you can go further, has its own set of filters and parameters that are being controlled by every bit, the touch, the pressure, the slide. So I can play one note or a whole bunch of notes and just affect one of them in a way. It's not very obvious with these complex sounds, but when I play something simpler, let's go and play something. And again, I'm an absolute amateur at this. I'm still learning. But you know what? The software's actually really nice. Let's try this out. Let's try another 5D control. I mean, I could play Muse right there. Mono. These are bass sounds, they're probably going to be mono. Let's go. Leads are mono as well. Very cool though. Right, let's pick something else. Let's go. Okay. Want something a bit more sustained. Nope. Why don't we put an arpeggiator on then? Let's go. Not a great example with the slide, but let's keep going. Too wild. Where are we? Maybe. Not a good example. Too much already. I quite like that. The lift more than the main noise. These ain't really buttering my crumpet today, so let's find something else. Apparently elemental EDM, definitely not for me. Giant dubstep, how's about that? Really? Maybe I could. I've been tempted to like see if I can rescore a movie, just a random, popular one. And maybe I should. Not great examples of what I'm trying to... I mean, it's pretty cool, but you can't really hear the individual change. I want a nice arpeggiator, really, and I'm looking in dubstep for arpeggiators like an idiot. They're not going to be in there, Mike. Give me an arpeggio that sounds cool. There's going to be some. There we go. Ha! Perfect example. Ha! That's cool. Something like... Oh, it's too squelchy. That's better. need to play and create suitably today. So thank you guys for tuning in. You know, special big thanks to Novaflipps, who was also in the chat for a good chunk. Yeah, so that was a nice little Saturday jam. And I don't want to say the name of who I know it is on Twitch, but because I don't know whether you care about having your name on Twitch. But thank you, Ghosty. And we'll see you soon.